This is Eagle Out, and today I'm gonna be talking about Nick Sirianni. It's more and more likely he will stay after the new news came out. Also, Jim Bob Cooter might be the new Eagles offensive coordinator if Brian Johnson leave. And lastly, we're gonna talk about Jason Kelce restructuring his deal, but let's get straight into it. All right, so before we get into the topics today, have you seen the linebacker play Howie Roseman? You seen the linebacker play during the playoffs? Ravens got one of the best linebacker cores, and the 49ers. Seen Fred Warner make plays, Dre Greenlaw. Then with the Ravens, you definitely seen Roquan Smith make plays. So teams today don't value the linebacker room because it's a passing league. But man, these linebackers showing you they are important. They definitely are important. How we just take notes, just take notes. Definitely take notes. All right, so before I talk about the Nick Sirianni and stuff like that, let's talk about Jason Kelce. In my opinion, he's hitting on more and more that he's staying because he restructured his deal to save about $2.4 million against the cap, and that's more money for Howie to spend. In my opinion, most of the money is going to go to like Devontae Smith and even Landon Dickerson because we do have a lot of cap space going into this year. But I know those going to be basically the two big signings. Maybe we make one splash play, get a guy like, wow, we got him. But Devontae Smith, he deserves a bag. And Landon Dickerson definitely deserves a bag. But let's get into the topic, man. Let's talk about Nick Sirianni. More than likely is staying. There's just multiple reports saying like, look, no news came out, he's fired, and they had their meeting Friday, Lori and Nick Sirianni. Also, we know about Howie Roseman making calls, and when he's making the calls, he's saying, are you looking to join the coaching staff for Nick Sirianni? Not, oh, are you just looking to join the coaching staff? So it's going to be interesting when that news dropped that Nick Sirianni is officially the head coach. My opinion, a lot of people want Nick Sirianni going, and rightfully so. But to me, Nick Sirianni is just a figurehead. Like, if we fire Nick Sirianni, we're going to get another unknown guy. That's just how we do. Like I said, even Andy Reid at the time was just some QB coach. Doug Peterson was the OC of Andy Reid and didn't really even get his feet wet. And Nick Sirianni was the OC of Frank Reich. So it's like we don't get Jim Harbaugh's or Bill Belichick, who I heard we were interested in, but Bill Belichick don't want to play for a big media market, so that's why he's probably going to Atlanta. Yeah, we just don't hire big name head coaches at all. Like Mike Rabel is too big of a name for us now, so we wouldn't hire him. And he's a defensive coordinator. We just wouldn't do it. We hire offensive guys, check. Unknown guys, check. That's what we do. And speaking of, I guess you could say unknown, but he's definitely got his feet wet. The OC that we're looking to hire, right? Jim Cooter or Jim Bob Cooter. And look, I looked up his resume, and I also seen Outside the Birds post some things, some positive things. And to me, it feels like just another Brian Johnson move. What do I mean by that? Young guy, he was a passing coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars 2022. He really developed Trevor Lawrence. 2021, he was with us under Shane Steichen as a consultant. And then Shane Steichen loves him so much, he made him the OC with the coach. And that's his resume so far. And I know he did some things in his past, but his recent resume, it looks good. But we're talking about a guy that's 39. And I feel like Nick Sirianni can run over this dude. The Eagles are not trying to make changes to the offensive side of the ball. But let's listen to Mike Garafolo and Adam Schefter speak about the coaching change or the offensive change or changes in general.
Rich, we're waiting for more facts out of Philadelphia. The Eagles are 5 days removed from their playoff loss to the Buccaneers, and still no declaration from ownership or otherwise whether Nick Sirianni is safe or out. Now, Sirianni met with owner Jeffrey Lurie on Friday to present his plan for how to get the Eagles out of this rut, and also for his plan for the coaching staff. And now we do know that Howie Roseman, the general manager, and Sirianni have both been reaching out to prospective assistants. We expect changes to the staff if Sirianni remains, but that has yet to be seen. Right now, we know there's going to be a defensive coordinator change. Brian Johnson, the offensive coordinator, interviewing for multiple head coaching jobs. If there's a change on that side of the ball and Sirianni stays, Bob Cooter, who was a consultant a couple of years ago, currently with the Colts, could be in play there. But in the meantime, we sit and we wait for some kind of declaration.
There's still time to wait. Nick Sirianni, meetings continue to go on between the Eagles and their head coach, but they lost on Monday night. He's still the head coach now, and so the signs continue to point to Nick Sirianni returning. Nothing official, conversations ongoing. There are expected to be changes on the defensive side of the football, but right now Nick Sirianni still has a job, and it's trending to staying that way, Scott.
As you see, does that sound like a team that's eager to change what's going on the offensive side of the ball? Absolutely not. And Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, will they ever learn, man? They have to stop getting puppets in here. See, the reason why I want Frank Reich or an older guy is because Nick Sirianni can't overrule that guy. He can't do it. You think Frank Reich is going to come to the Eagles and Nick Sirianni is going to step to Frank Reich like, yeah, we running this offense or my game plan? Frank Reich going to look him right in the face like, what the fuck are you talking about? We running my game plan. Now, having a Brian Johnson or like a Bob Cooter who just happy to have the opportunity. Yeah, you can run Nick Sirianni's scheme. They just happy to have the opportunity. But you need to have an established guy, because it's going to be the same thing. And what did Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, any of these dudes seen where as though we could run it back with the same offense? I get the defensive change, but y'all not about to let the defense just be the complete downfall of the offense. Just not. Because Landon Dickerson actually said something during the press conference that I heard all year. But let me play this clip.
Blitz situation, all that stuff, and speaking from an offensive line perspective and like blitz protection and pickup and stuff, and Tampa Bay did a phenomenal job of presenting a lot of things that we hadn't seen before. And when it comes to that, it's kind of on the fly adjustment, especially if it's happening in the middle of the drive. You kind of have to talk with it in the huddle and figure things out. And props to them. They did a great job on their game plan and defensive scheme for us, and that's the thing that we're going to evaluate and work through this offseason is, how do we adjust faster and quicker and with better outcomes?
As you see, oh, they sent blitzes we never seen. Oh, they did this coverage we never seen before. It was always an excuse since day one, since that first Patriots game when the offense struggled. Yes, the offense struggled against the Patriots. And since then, we just seen a lot of stuff we never seen before. And what's disheartening about hearing the news again, Bob Cooter might be an Eagle if Brian Johnson leaves. So it sounds like if Brian Johnson don't find a job, he might run it back with the same offense. And that's scary because you're wasting Jalen Hurts. If I'm DeAndre Swift, I don't want to come back. Hell no, I don't want to come back to that. You're wasting A.J. Brown, and you're wasting Devontae Smith, and you're wasting Dallas Goedert if we run this same offense back. Because it's easy, it's figured out. It's figured out. We had our stretch, but to lose to the Cardinals, to lose to the Bucks and have no offense, to lose to the Giants and have no offense, to lose to the 49ers, Cowboys, how are we going to compete with the same offense? It's not going to work. It's not going to work, man. And if we run it back with the same offense, I'm blaming Jeffrey Lurie because he had the power in his hands like, hell no, change this offense all the way up. He had the power in his hands. Howie Roseman and these dudes got the power in their hands to change up the offense. And if they run it back with Nick Sirianni, that's a problem. That's a problem. I can't watch that offense. I can't do it. I get it. Don't let the defense be the scapegoat. Again, yes, the defense was bad, but the offense was just as bad. Don't let third in this and number 10 in this and number 9 in this. Fuck the analytics. Did you see with your eyes what happened the last couple games? But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I'm getting pissed off. I'm actually ranting a little bit. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? Jason Kelce restructuring his deal. Look like he's probably going to stay because you're not just going to restructure a deal. You're not going to stay. I guess I could say no changes at offense. I mean, I have no idea what they see with the offense, whereas though it doesn't have to be changed immediately. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm up.